Okay, welcome back to the Party Rental Growth channel. I just wanted to jump on real quick and make a video today about long-term relationships with customers. And here's what I mean. I got a couple of examples. I delivered today to a local manufacturing business that I had delivered to last year about this time for an employee banquet, and they had found me last year in Google on Google, and they called me because they were A, slightly irritated with my competitor, and B, I had better prices. Um, so I delivered, and their banquet went off without a hitch. Everything was great. This year, they called me again, and we did their banquet, and my prices had gone up a little bit, and they didn't balk at all. It was like, yeah, we're going with you again. Um, so 20 tables, 120 chairs, 20 tablecloths, just over $1,000 including tax, probably just a little bit under $1,000 including or without the tax, but definitely an order worth having. Um, the other one is a little more of a story to it. So I went about a year ago to a ribbon cutting for a venue for their reopening. This venue had been open before, but uh, it got sold to this other couple, and so I went to their ribbon cutting, and I talked to the lady, one of the, half the couple, one of the co-owners, and I just said, hey, if you ever need anything, let me know. And over the course of the last year, delivered a couple of things there. Small little orders here and there, a wedding arch, a small sound system, a few chairs, no big deal. Things that the customers rented, not the venue. And each time, if they were there and they were available, I talked to one of the owners, just, hi, I'm delivering, you know, that sort of thing. Just keeping the name of my company in mind, right? So, you might have remembered the last episode I talked about a wedding expo that I was at 2 weekends ago. And sure enough, this venue is there. And the lady that comes over to my booth, uh, because she saw my post on Facebook about the fact that I now have gold Chiavari chairs, which she was very interested in because she, again, is not thrilled with my competitor. And I am, other than my competitor, I'm the only rental company in town that has Chiavari chairs. So she also said that she doesn't quite have enough um, of the white padded resin garden chairs at her venue for events occasionally, and she might need to rent small order 10 or 20 of those. So we talked for about 20 minutes at the booth, and then she went back to run her booth, just before the expo started. And so last night at about 7:30 or 8, she texts me and says, "Hey, I got a customer that needs 25 rectangle tables uh, delivered Thursday afternoon for an event that's on Friday." And she doesn't have rectangle tables. She just has 5 foot round tables. This looks kind of funny. Anyway, so, okay, I can do that. Um, ends up being with delivery $300 order before tax. Not huge, but between the two and a couple other small orders that I have coming up this weekend, um, puts me at about $1,700 for the weekend. That's not bad. Um, Now, granted, I didn't have any orders last week, and I don't have any orders next week. But that's the nature of the business in the slow season. Um, anyway, I would not have had that $300 if I wasn't working with this person and trying to build a long-term relationship. She's now planning on um, using my Shivari chairs in the future. She's renting these tables. She knows who I am. She's texted me, so that's a good thing. So, don't just, if I was just approaching the wedding expo as immediate, get the booking now, then I probably honestly would not have ever gone to the wedding expo because I don't get bookings at the wedding expo. But I build long term relationships with other vendors, and, you know, and I had already built this other relationship by doing a good job with this manufacturing company that was having their banquet. So, yeah, so think long term, okay? Um, yes, you definitely want to get bookings, but you'll get more bookings long term by building relationships with people and not just seeing them as a one-time booking. Um, this thing looks really weird. It's probably because my head is not my head is not straight. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk to you about real quick is free marketing. Don't forget to post on your social media. I usually use Facebook, and it automatically um, mirrors the post on Instagram. So this is a post I did today. It's got my little T-Rex mascot, and it's got the screen is split between the cold snow and ice, which is what I have here right now, and a nice spring day. And it says it may be cold and snowy, but weather is coming. Now is the time to plan your events and book your rentals. It's got the phone number, Rex Party Rentals. Call us today. A call to action. I do a lot of posting on social media. That's for a friend of mine. Here's a post I did a couple of days ago saying, hey, we're not going to be at the office, but I'll have my laptop and my phone with me at home so you can still make orders. You can still call me, just don't expect me to be there. Here's a post I did trying to get people to book graduation parties in advance, not wait till the last minute. That is a video the day of the wedding expo, my booth, and then I pan around and show them, the rest of the expo. Again, stuff for the expo. Here's a picture of me at a meeting for the Chamber of Commerce. Um, I think I showed you guys a while back the post of my Shivari chairs. That's me trying to get people to, book basic wedding things, wedding arch tables and chairs. Those are my tables there in the back. These are all my chairs, wedding arch, that kind of thing. So, um, and more post hyping the wedding expo. This is a post I did saying that I now take Venmo. Um, let's see. A lot of these are about the expo. Here's again another table, just basics, chairs, tables. Table and chair rentals are the start of any special occasion. That is a post I made of dinosaur. Texas Tech was playing in the college football playoffs. They got beat really bad by Oregon, but it connects to my local customers, you know. Um, Here's a post from a local bartending service that I shared. We did an event together. All the tables and chairs and some games and a bar made out of two wine barrels and a top that I have. I rented to the body shop where the event was, and of course the bartending service is using my bar. You can see the top of it there. You can't see the barrels. And then the customer, the body shop, provided and placed all of the decorations, tablecloths, that kind of thing. So I reshared this bartending services video. Oh, I guess you can kind of see the barrel underneath. Anyway, I did that so that it's going to come out next year for the body shop, and maybe they'll book again with me. Again, long-term relationships. By the way, this was the third year that the body shop had rented from me, so again, long-term relationships. But also, it's advertising for this bartending service, which I do not offer. Don't want to mess with that. And it is building a relationship with that bartending service long term. She was also at the wedding expo. And so, if somebody says, hey, we're having a party, we'd like to have you do the bartending. Where can we rent a bar? Where can we rent tables? Where can we rent chairs? Hopefully the bartending service will recommend me because I shared their video. I advertised for them. Again, 4 chairs that I have, different styles. Here's a post that I made about if you got engaged on Christmas. A lot of people propose on Christmas. Then it's time for you to start planning your wedding. Let us help, that kind of thing. A couple of T-Rex things that I got for Christmas. A T-Rex Christmas tree post for Christmas. Another one. A Santa photo shoot that rented our red velvet throne chair and our gold photo background. A 5-star review that I got on Google. Here again is another Santa photo shoot, different. A company, local gas company, rented it for their employee party. Another post about this one is most people get engaged between Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day, and so they need to start planning their weddings, that kind of thing. Chiavari chair by itself. A tent that I did for local Chick-fil-A franchisee for their company Christmas party. Just let's get in the habit of leaving good reviews for small businesses, not just bad ones. Another Texas Tech football. Another 5-star review. A couple of pictures promoting my tents, my padded resin chairs, that kind of thing. Here's a reel that I made of some of the different things that I rent. You get the idea, right? So don't forget about Facebook as your social media. It's a good way to advertise because then I can take those posts that I made, I can share them on my personal page, and from my personal page I can share them to local for sale, local yard sale, that kind of thing. Local services offered, groups on Facebook, and it's free advertising. So, yeah. I hope this helps. This video. in you thinking about long-term relationships with customers and about some ideas that you might do, advertising your Facebook page, also getting Google reviews and sharing those reviews on Facebook, which means you need to have a Google business page and a Google or a Facebook page for your business, not just your personal page. If you don't have either one of those, I highly recommend get it immediately. You're losing out. Um, and I think that's going to be it for this time. I'm trying to keep it a shorter video. Let me know if you have any, please leave comments, even if it's just say, hi, I watched the video. Um, be sure to click on the like button for the video and subscribe to the channel. That helps this channel grow, helps people like you see these videos, and maybe helps you grow your business. Gives you an opportunity to contact me, leave a comment. Go to my Facebook website page or business page and message me from there. Say hi. Um, Tell me if you've used one of the ideas that you found on my channel. Tell me an idea that you have that you think I haven't had that I can use to grow my party rental business. That sort of thing. Communicate me, help with me, help me grow this channel, and I'll see you next time.